guys, Learning with Rich here. In this video, as you can see on our current project, I'm gonna teach you how to create filter for you to be able to represent your pipe, your duct, or your cable tray, or your conduit, as long as they have this invert elevation parameter. You will be able to apply this tip and tricks that I'm gonna show you. Alright, so we will be doing a filter that will show our low level pipe as a dashed line, our above level pipe as a solid line, our high level pipe as a center line, 1/4 inch, and then for a pipe that is on a ceiling level, so we will be showing it like a center line type. Okay, so I'm gonna teach you. This is very important because you'll be able to convey information to the engineer, to your fellow designer about the intent of your drawing. Like for example, these are the pipes that's running low level, these are the pipes that is running above the level, and then these are the pipes that is running high level and then on the ceiling level. Okay, so you need to understand as well the height of your pipes. Like for example, for my low level pipe, it should be below the zero. Okay, it should be below the zero. So that will gonna be our filter. So that is one of the rules. So it should be below level 0 for our low level pipe. Now for our high level pipe, which is this one, I want that to be above level 0, but until 1200. So that will gonna be the range. So the range of my above level pipe will gonna be from 0 to 1200. Okay, so if my pipe goes greater than 1200, okay, so that will gonna be my high level pipe. Okay, so my high level pipe, I want that to be any pipes that is higher than 1200, but it should be limited to 2800. So 1200 from 2800 height or invert elevation, that will gonna be my high level pipe. And then for my ceiling level pipe, that will gonna be greater than 2800. So basically that's the rule that we will be doing. So I'm gonna teach you how to apply those rules. So let's create a new project. So let's start this from scratch. So let me just close this one. So I'm gonna show you how to do that. So let me just quickly use a plumbing template for this one. Okay, and then let me just hide this elevation. I don't need that. Okay. Alright, so let's create now our pipes here. Okay, so let's create our pipe. Let's go to the systems, pipe. Okay, so I'll just use a plastic type here, and then I'll just use let's try sanitary. Okay, so sanitary pipe. Of course, our sanitary pipe, so we need to put their slope. Okay, so I'm gonna specify the slope down, and then the standard slope for a 100 mm diameter pipe, that's this 1:60. So that's our standard here in New Zealand. Okay, so let me just create this one. So this is the pipe, and then I'm just going to copy this. Okay, I select that and then copy multiple. Okay, so let us just copy that like that. Okay, and then let me open the elevation view, the south elevation view. Okay, so let me just select all of this, and then let me just move it here. Okay, alright, so going back to the floor plan, I'm gonna type WT so I can see as well my elevation here. So let's put a name here. So like what you have seen on the exercise. So this will gonna be our low level pipe. Okay, so that's our low level pipe. let's copy this. So I need to do this one so that you will understand more. So low level, so this will gonna be our above level pipe. Above level pipe, and then this is a high level pipe. Okay, so high level pipe and then ceiling level pipe. Okay, there you go. So I'm gonna go ahead and select the low level pipe. So it will highlight here on the elevation view. So since low level, so I'm gonna use the arrow on my keyboard to make it lower than 0, right? Lower than 0, so that is a low level pipe. Okay, and then for my above level, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and select that one. Then this is, let's say for example, this is my above level pipe. And then for my high level pipe, okay, so this is my above level pipe, this one. And then for my ceiling level pipe, so I'm just going to move it near the level, next level. For example, this is the ceiling area. Okay. Okay, and also obviously you notice that on the floor plan the low level pipe disappears. It's because of the view range. So our view range here cannot see, or the view range is not set for us to see the pipes that is lower than level 0. So if I'm going to select this pipe here, the lowest part here is minus 338. So we need to modify the view range of our floor plan lower than 338. Okay, so maybe let's make it, let's change the view range here to minus 340, like that. Okay, so just click outside and then you look for view range. View range. Okay, so view depth. Okay, so we make this minus 340. Okay, or if you want, you can adjust that lower than that. So let's say minus 1200. So all elements on the floor plan that is below the floor plan minus 200 will be able to see that. Okay, so just okay, and then it will now show here. Right, so the first filter that we will be doing is for our low level pipe. So like what I have said earlier, so the rule for the low level pipe, it should be lower than level 0. Oh, yep, it's lower than level 0. It should be lower than 0. Okay, so let's go here in the floor plan. Let's go to the visibility graphic overrides. You can type VV or VG and then select the filters here. Let's create our filter here. So this filter is very useful. You can add this to your template. Okay, the same procedure if you want to do it on the multiple levels for your level 1, level 2, level 3. Okay, so for the name, this will gonna be our level 0 pipe low level. Okay, and then we select the category, so we only apply that to pipes. Select the pipes, and now here's the rule. So we apply that to pipes that is whose invert elevation is lower or less than 0. Okay? So any pipes that is less than 0, the invert elevation is less than 0, it will gonna be placed on the L0 pipe low level. So I select here OK. Let's add that. Select that one. Okay, let's change the pattern here. So let's change the pattern. So I want that to be dash line. And then I select here OK. There you go. And then I'll select here OK. And there you go. Okay. So if I'm going to move this above level 0, it will become solid line. If we move it below level 0, so it looks like that. Okay. So now for our above level. Okay, so let's go to the filter again. Let's create another one. This is the job for your BIM manager. So, okay, he is the one that is setting up these things to be put on the view template. So I select create. Okay, so this will gonna be level 0. Level 0 pipe above level. Okay, so above level, okay. And then we apply that to the pipes. Then, okay, now for the rule, we'll be using invert level or invert elevation that is greater than 0. But we want to limit our above level until 1200. So that's why we are going to add another filter. So I'm going to add another rule. So aside from having it greater than 0, we want to limit that to an invert elevation that is less than 1200. Okay? So that is the limit of our above level pipe. So from 0 to 1200, right? So I select. It should be and, not or. Okay? All rules must be true. Okay? So select OK. Select OK. Alright, so let's change this to solid. So we want that to be solid line. So my above level pipe, I just want that to be solid line. Okay, and then okay. There you go. So it's solid line. Nothing changed, but it actually already affected by the filter. All of this pipe here. So now for our high level pipe, let's go to VV again. For our high level pipe, by the way, I want that to be higher than 1200, but I want that to be less than 2800. Okay, so I got the 2800 because 4000 minus 2800, that is 1200. So from level 1 here, 1200, because I want that to be my ceiling level pipe. Okay, so I want my high level pipe to be starting at 1000, I mean 2800 below. Okay, but higher than 1200. Okay, so that is my high level pipe. So let's go to the filter again. So let's filter this one. So let's create a new one. Okay, so let's create L L0 pipe. So this is high level pipe. Okay, so categories for the pipes. There you go, and then it should be the invert elevation. It should be greater than 1200. Okay, should be greater than 1200, but it should be less than, the invert elevation should be less than 2800. So that's the range of our high level pipe. Okay, 12 to 2800 height. So I select here OK, select the high level pipe, OK, change the line type. So let's change that to center 1/4 inch. Okay, okay, and there you go. Okay, so if I'm gonna move this below, so as you can see, it's 17. Move, move, move. So it, okay, now it becomes solid like this. Okay, you see, right? So this is my high level. Okay, so this is my high level pipe. So as you can see on the floor plan, it changed the line type based on the rule that we have set up. So now for the ceiling level type, okay, for the ceiling level type, so we want that to be 2800 above. So it should be greater than 2800. That's all. So let's go to the VV, filters, add, create a new one. So create our level 0 pipe, ceiling level. Okay, so ceiling level for the pipes. There you go. And then the pipes invert elevation, it should be greater than 2,800, and then OK. Then select that one, then OK. There you go. So let's specify here the pattern. So let's say just center, then OK, and then OK. There you go. Right? So let's play around. So if I select this one and then I move it below, look at the floor plan. See, it now is on the high level pipe. Then we move it further down. It's now on the above level pipe range, and then we move it below. Now it's on the low level pipe range. Okay. Alright, so this is very useful, especially if you are trying to convey information to the designer, to the builder. Okay. You create your pipes like this. Okay. Not only just a solid line. Okay. Not only solid line. So it's not good to create a pipe showing only one line type. Okay, so take note that you can also apply this to your other system. Like for example, duct for your cable tray, as long as these elements contains invert elevation parameter. But let me just double check just to make sure. Okay, let me just fix this one. Okay, so modify trim multiple. Okay, so it's now showing like this. Okay, so let's double check this. So let's go to the systems template. Okay, and then let's check it out if our duct has the invert elevation. So let's go to systems, duct. Okay, so let's change it. Select that one. Let's pick. Check that out. Okay, so this one doesn't have the invert elevation. Okay, so there's no invert elevation, so it's only applied to the pipe. So you can't use the invert elevation, but you can use the bottom elevation. You can also use the top elevation and then the middle elevation. Okay, so the procedure is the same. So you just need to change. So instead of invert elevation for the pipe, so you use the bottom elevation or middle elevation or top elevation. Okay, so you do that one. Now, if I'm going to draw now your cable tray, so let me go to the power, for example. There's the power, cable tray. Okay, so let's check this out. So let's select. So for the cable tray, again, there's no invert elevation. It only applies to pipe, but you can use these parameters to create the filter. Okay, so take note that, okay, for the top elevation, middle elevation, bottom elevation, it always refers to the level where you have created that. So if I create another cable tray here on level 0, so let's go to the level 0. So I create a cable tray here. Okay. So this top elevation, middle elevation, bottom elevation is the reference level is level 0. Okay, so that's your top elevation, middle elevation, bottom elevation. Okay, so the reference level is level 0. The difference between the pipe, if you are going to use the invert elevation, the invert elevation always reference to 0. Okay, so if you create another pipe here, so it always reference to the 0. Okay, so do not think that if you draw your pipe here, you can see the invert elevation here is, where's the invert elevation? The invert elevation is 3511.7. Okay, so do not think that if you're going to draw level 1, on level 1, this kind of pipe here, it also shows you 35117 or whatever height that you specify. Let's say I go to the level 1 here, and then I create a pipe here. our invert elevation, it always reference to the level 0. So if I create this pipe here, okay, and then I go to the, or I just select this one, okay, so you will notice that, where's my invert elevation? See, it reference to the level 0. So to prove that, so I go to the south elevation, and then I'm just going to measure this. Okay, so from this point to this point, so as you can see, that's the value, 6,000 plus. Okay, so that's the invert elevation. So the invert elevation always refers to your lowest level here. While if you are going to use your duct here, and then you will be using top elevation, middle elevation, bottom elevation as your filter rule, it always refers to your current level where you have drawn it. So if you draw that to level 0, meaning, so that's the height, 2,600 from level 0. Now, if you draw another duct on level 1, okay, on level 1, where is that duct? Okay, level 1. Okay, so there's the duct on level 1. So if I select that one, as you can see, the bottom elevation is 2,500 from where? From level 1. It's not from level 0 because that is different from the invert elevation. Okay, so that you'll be able to create the correct filter. Okay, so that's the difference of your elevation here, the top, middle, bottom elevation. It always refers to the current level where you have drawn it. Whereas, if you're going to draw a pipe, okay, if you draw a pipe, it refers to the lowest level if you're going to use invert elevation. Okay, so hopefully that one is clear, and hopefully this one will be able to help you when you do your modeling, when you create your filter to convey much more concrete details of your design intent to your model. Okay, so hopefully you learned something from this video. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, just put it on the comment section below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.